Okay, now I will do the Li Mei thing properly.
You're...
Alright, we break that. Touch that SD card, bruh. Uh-oh. So here we go. Everything's fine. Marissa's not been smoked into a piece of plate glass window. The door bursts open and Kevin rushes in. I grab the SD card and stuff it in my back pocket before whirling around to face him. Good priorities. Good thinking. Kevin slams the door shut and spins around, jumping in surprise as soon as he sees me.
Since when?
He glances up at the camera mounted on the ceiling and lets out a frustrated sigh.
Right.
Bitch. Li Mei touches my arm gently and whispers.
He's panicking.
Kevin, what's going on? What's all the beeping for? I take a step towards him, but he reaches into his back pocket and pulls out a knife!
Stay there!
He rushes past me, keeping the knife pointed at my throat. With his free hand, he grabs Li Mei and pulls her towards himself with a rough tug. What are you doing? I move slowly away from Kevin, never taking my eyes off of him.
I have to get out of here.
Oh man, it's a nasty knife. The door's locked.
Not for long.
He laughs, but it sounds more like a pained wheeze.
We're coming out of a lockdown. In a few seconds, the doors will unlock, and I'll be home free.
Something in my brain clicks. You're the one who poisoned Mr. Otten! You're the only one who could have! Kevin laughs, a strange mix of fear and derision.
Yeah, you're kinda slow to the party. Your friends already figured that out.
He waves the knife at me again, but I don't move.
Khan! Kevin is the murderer!
Despite my current predicament, I find myself rolling my eyes! This information would have been a lot more useful about 10 seconds ago.
Hang in there! We're coming to get you!
Kevin, dude, why?
Why? Are you kidding?
He moves towards the exit as quickly as he can, but Li Mei isn't cooperating. Her body hangs limp and he's forced to drag her towards the door.
He took advantage of my family. He ruined their lives, and it's my fault. I had to.
Hold on, he didn't ruin their lives. He just sort of kept their lives in a horrible, hellish limbo. It was the loan company that ruined their lives. No, you didn't! You're so short-sighted. Did you even think anything of this through at all? We're interrupted by a pounding on the door. That was an alarming pound.
Kevin! Kevin, we know you're in there!
Kevin puts his finger to his lips, motioning for the two of us to be silent. Detective! He has a knife and he's got Li Mei! Kevin glares at me. The pounding on the door stops. They give up? I hear a soft beeping noise. Sounds like they're trying to override the retina detector. I don't think Kevin's noticed yet. Kevin moves slowly towards the exit, eyes darting between me and the door. I move towards Kevin, but his grip on Li Mei tightens.
Kong, I don't.
Li Mei's voice is only a whisper, but the fear in her eyes looks more like concern for me than for her own well-being. Kevin stumbles a few paces back, dragging Li Mei along with him. He's already breathing heavily. It's obvious he's not used to anything physically strenuous. Still, the look in his eyes promises that he's not going down without at least attempting to put that knife in someone's chest. I take a step forward, and he moves one step towards the exit. I take another step forward, and Kevin swings the knife at me. It whistles through the air, and I try to jump out of the way. My ankle twists under my weight, and I stumble forward. Ah!
Alex!
The door bursts open, but Detective Gursky and Aki freeze as soon as they see the situation. Fine. I hold my hand up, motioning for Gursky and Aki to save distance. I switch my gaze back and forth between Kevin's eyes and the knife in his hand. There's gotta be an opening. Detective Gursky and Aki still stand in the doorway, not daring to move. Kevin keeps his knife trained on me. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Aki blink. Suddenly, Kevin's body shivers. He looks around wildly, as if he's in a daze, and the hand holding the knife goes limp. Yeah, boy! Without hesitation, I race forward and swing my arm. My fist meets his face, and he stumbles back. He drops the knife, and it falls to the ground with a clatter. Detective Gursky moves in quickly, grabbing Kevin's free hand and expertly twisting his arm behind his back. He gives me a grudging smile.
Not bad, kid.
I release Kevin and allow Gursky to take over. As soon as I do, Li Mei runs to me and takes my hand. I look down at her and give her a reassuring smile. It's okay. Kevin won't hurt you anymore. She smiles back at me. She looks grateful, but there's something about her eyes that still reflects fear. She's not afraid of Kevin, though, so... Before I can ask, she gives my hand a small squeeze.
Thank you.
Out of the corner of my eye, I see Aki watching the scene with a satisfied look in her eyes. I approach her and lean casually against the wall behind her. On my sprained ankle! What an asshole! So, that little panic attack that Kevin had just a moment ago.
You can thank me later.
She flashes her usual confident smile. You know, you blink every time you do it. Not very subtle. I poke her arm, as if somehow that will help me get my point across. I'm not sure why I'm teasing her. I guess I'm curious to see her reaction.
And you pass out every time you use your Kansei.
Hey, remember how you could talk to me in my head and didn't have to say that out loud within 10 feet of Gursky? Okay, you have a point.
I could teach you how to control it if you want. How to stay conscious.
I don't know how you would know how to make a different power work like that. Like a completely different power. Yours is projection and mine's perception, but sure. Oh no, I guess she's had practice with Naoki though.
It'll take a while for you to get it right, but I get the feeling you'll be stuck with us for a while.
That was, again, not how I would have inflected that. It's like, it'll take a while for you to get it right, but I get the feeling you'll be with us for a while. You know? She leans against the wall next to me. Her smile is softer now, more genuine.
I hope you don't mind.
I laugh and shake my head. No, I don't mind. I tilt my head back and gaze thoughtfully at the ceiling. After all these years of running, it might be nice to finally take a break. I did it! Okay, so are we going... Did Marissa live, though? Please. I would like to know that. Before I call this the good ending... I think this is the good ending, though. I guess Marissa lived because Kevin had no reason to be on to her. He was just trying to escape. Well, let's see. Trip to Otten Estate was only yesterday, but somehow it feels like it's been even longer than that. Maybe it was the hours of interrogation from the police that came after Aki and Detective Gursky solved the case. Or maybe it was the uncomfortable atmosphere when Aki and Detective Gursky actually had to share credit for solving the case. Maybe it's just a strange feeling of nostalgia. Everything felt so familiar. Piecing together people's lives, the adrenaline rush. It's the first time I felt real in 3 years.
Hopefully today isn't as eventful as yesterday.
Aki stretches and throws herself on the couch.
I feel like celebrating our mission accomplished by doing absolutely nothing.
Mission accomplished, but your client is dead.
Good point. Well, either way, we don't have any work today. We might as well enjoy it.
The words have barely escaped Aki's lips when there's a firm knock at the door. Aki looks at Lee Mei. The petite girl runs to the door and stands on her toes to peer through the eye hole. Wait, she can identify people by their emotions, though? When she turns around, she doesn't look pleased.
Detective.
Could you not sense that it was him?
Great.
I just assumed that it was like Dragon Ball Z key sensing. Come to think of it, when I asked what everyone's feeling, did she... I guess she included him in the friends group, but she didn't mention Gursky. Aki takes her time unlocking the door. Finally, she makes a great show of opening it.
Well, hello, Miko. What brings you to this corner of the world?
So salty.
Oh, I don't know. I guess I just assumed that you want to know what happened with Kevin.
Yes, I would. What happened?
We found his prints in the bottle that Sophia brought us.
I love that her face seems kind of displeased that I gave him that answer.
Once we showed him, he pled guilty. He added liquid nicotine to Mr. Otten's cognac and simply waited for him to drink it.
I didn't know that liquid nicotine could poison someone. That's arguably good to know. Depends on who knows it. Anyway.
When you showed up that day, Mr. Otten had a panic attack, and he went to the bottle for comfort. We wound up killing him instead.
He was also an alcoholic, so he would have died anyway.
What's going to happen to Mr. Otten's estate now?
Hard to say. Technically it belongs to Liam, but we're having trouble finding him.
Interesting, he still ran out from those bad dudes. Why? Where'd he go?
He ran off during all the confusion. Guess he didn't want to be arrested for his own crimes.
Oh, that's true. The place was crawling with police, and there's, like, video evidence of him dogfighting or something. Aki looks severely displeased.
So he's still out there somewhere?
Don't worry, we'll find him.
Alright, good. This must be... As long as Marissa's alive, I'm calling this the good ending. Can we please?
We always do.
He seems pretty chipper, so I imagine she hasn't been smoking to the mirror this time.
You don't have to tell me, officer.
Gursky laughs.
Well, I'll be seeing you kids around. Try to stay out of trouble, okay?
I'm just gonna assume it then.
Anything you say, sir.
From the smile on Aki's face, I get the feeling that's not a pledge we're gonna be able to keep. Then again, looking at Gursky's expression, I'm fairly certain he doesn't expect us to keep it either. Staying here might not be so bad after all. For the first time in a long time, I'm looking forward to what tomorrow will bring. Well done! You solved the case! You've also unlocked some bonus content as a reward for your hard work. Check the main menu screen to see what you've unlocked. What have I oh, because I have the extras here. I already had this. Epilogue.
Hey, you here or what? I got the stuff you wanted.
I don't think I've ever checked this.
I'm here. No need to shout, Liam.
Chance.
Yeah, whatever. This is all I could get. I kinda had to sneak out the back before the police arrested me, too.
I feel like she's in another game.
What did I tell you about staying out of trouble?
Maybe the third.
Are you gonna lecture me now or something? It's not like I could have gotten anything else anyway. That Detective Gursky insisted on keeping most of these papers as evidence.
Evidence? How did he even find it in the first place?
He didn't. That con guy kid found it.
Wait, papers? This isn't the timeline where I checked Kevin's desk.
Kongai?
Some new guy hanging out with the twins and that China doll.
The fact that he knows them is worrying.
Did he have dirty blonde hair dyed black at the ends?
Oh shit.
Yeah, you know him?
You should have stopped him.
Wait, isn't his hair the other way around? Anyway.
Oh, come on. What did you want me to do? Kill him?
Yes. It's what I would have done.
Jeez! These are some bad dudes!
Well, as you and Father are so fond of pointing out, I'm not like you.
Pity, really. Well, at least you finally managed to do your
That
job.
means that Shang's a
How many
really
years did
bad
it take you
dude.
again?
Oh, don't even start. I did what you told me to do. So you'll leave me alone now, right?
You're free to go. Go enjoy the rest of your pitiful life, Liam.
Oh man, these are some bad
There's
dudes!
not much left of it after all.
Yo, Liam may not even have been Liam Otten though. That's messed up. Message from the director. Second visual released just a year ago. My hands trembled with every copy I handed across that bare convention table. I didn't know what would happen. Would anyone like you? Yeah, man, I appreciate that. It's really hard to put yourself out there, especially at like a convention where people are paying for it and there's pressure. You gotta deliver. I mean, not always. I've heard of a lot of teams just being garbage, but I can tell these guys are really putting in the work. So, you guys got me through some tough days and long nights. Oh man. You know what? I don't know who any of these people are. I'm just kind of skimming it. Kansei means empathy, but it's spelled differently and also means complete. Without you, the story would never be told. And hello, what's this? Outtakes! You found this special hidden thing. Please enjoy.
You're looking at the big picture and trying to force a piece in somewhere because it looks blah. Because it looks blah.
It's no good. Mr. Otten's... Otten. I remember you from the first game. Otten Engineering.
I keep telling Mr. Outen that we should Otten, not Outen.
He did not. Mr. Otten didn't run...
Mr. Outen never likes to be far from his booze. Otten, okay.
I like how nobody can
Nice
pronounce that
Mr.
name! That's it, that's the entire thing.
Otten. I'm gonna name you Frank.
I keep telling Mr. Otten that we should... I said it again.
Mr.
No,
Otten.
Wasn't that... It's... I got it. It is Otten. It is Otten. Ah!
You're not going to lose me anytime soon. And then she dies.
And she might get poisoned herself if she tried to mouth to mouth. That sure is a mouthful. Yeah, script.
There's too much going on in her head, so it's a little hard on her to maintain conversations. It's also apparently hard on me to maintain conversations because there's not enough going on in my head.
I'd rather you don't feed our friend Con Guy any I missed the word here. Okay.
Nothing that powerful. Just subtle suggestion. Just subtle. Just.
It's so funny because they're like totally in character and then they
Just-
screw it up and they sound like real people.
Nothing
so
that
it's transition.
Just subtle suggestion. Here's a suggestion. Don't screw up.
Iwasaki's arresting officer. Yet. This is a good one. Okay.
When you've been doing as much stuff as he's been doing, you're bound to have cut a few people, you know. You loose words. Let's do that again.
Many years ago, Mr. Otten experimented with extending the Pardon me? Okay.
The melancholy of Detective Nikolaj Gursky.
Yeah, just breaking character in general. is
Miss
hilarious.
Millerson wasn't feeling well, so Naoki offered to make me some tea. Okay.
It's okay, you
I
got
love
Naoki's
tea.
wrong
I
name.
just had some of that already.
He was due for it soon enough
Name
with the
wrong.
way he was he was going here and then he was there and now he's dead.
Usually, an avid collector likes to make his collections well known, because he likes to collect things, because he's a collector, and I'm just gonna shut up.
Liam's eyes narrow. I'm narrowing my eyes at the microphone. Yeah, I'm ready.
Did you read
I
this?
should not close my eyes when I'm reading.
Figuring out the cause of the death.
She kept asking me all these weird questions, like if I knew about Liam's nightlife or Mr. Otten's business practices. Business practices? That's a new one.
He's got more than just dirty business. What is a business?
It's like they were listening to
No,
each other and
probably
screaming.
on. Probably. Okay.
I
I'll
feel like that's
distract
what
Con while
happens.
Kev. Blah, 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 blah. I'll distract Con. Yes, that's what I'll do.
What? You think one of them killed Uncle? My voice cracked.
Sophia did say that we'd only have access to certain, things, like chocolate cake, but on Wednesdays. And only Wednesdays. Not Friday, because that's before Saturday.
Well, as you and Father... My voice cracked again. Father! I have such a... Once more.
Once we showed him, he pled guilty. He added liquid, wow, okay, liquid.
That room is full of Chinese artifacts. It's like a museum. Typo.
Bop, 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 bop.
The house is coming out of lockdown.
This is
Hammond
amazing.
must be unlocking the doors.
When you showed up that day, Mr. Otten had a panic attack, and he went to the battle.
Anyway, we should probably follow his decision. I can't talk.
She uses her Kansei to push someone's thoughts in the direction in the toilet, and then gives it a swirly.
You did your best. Your best? Yeah, that's a word. Okay.
Well, he always told me it was in a place I could get to easily, but no one would be able to speak the English in this vault. Ah.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Or with no, those aren't the words.
Well, if this goes on a blooper reel, it's been fun, kids. I'll see you next time if we do a third one. Here's hoping.
Man, now I gotta get the good name of the last one. Amazing. Truly amazing. I like how Aki's actress sounds natural when she screws up, and all the other ones are so weird when they break character. So yeah, let's actually pay attention to this. Here, design process, sketches. Once we agree on the design, Beatrice sketches potential sprite poses and begins work on this finished sprite. She used to be taller. At least she used to feel taller. And around this point, we decided to take the art style in a new direction, so we make out a redesign with a more mature look. Really, that's more mature? Yeah. Yeah, she looks smaller. She looks more 14. The final design is a cross between the original cute version and the mature version. For Li Mei in particular, I wanted a heavier focus on the cute look to contrast with her personality. And there's online material, which is that's new stuff. There's a whole music room, which is cool. You can get like. I mean, it's weird because this game is actually no. I'm gonna go to the music room. Just shut up. Just shut up now. I'm doing. I'll just get it here. Anyway, now this game's interesting because I got all three of them in a $1 bundle on Groupies long ago. But they're such good games. But at the same time, if you go to Sake Visual's page, then they're like $15 each. And considering the work they put into it, that's probably fair. But I'm a cheapskate, so it's like, it would be nice if there were a mid-ground, you know? There were like a 3-pack on Steam for $20 for all three. I'd recommend it. If you like what you see, well, I already played through this one, but I don't know, I'm just saying it'd be nice if somebody supported these guys in their endeavors, because apparently they're still in operation, although they're not doing this series anymore, which is a little disappointing, or absolutely the series has been on a back burner, or still, I don't know. There's nothing after the next one. But yeah, I appreciate what Sake Visual has done. I think that they're making some good visual novels, or at least they have made visual novels that I've enjoyed. I'm not done yet, though, because we're only 40 minutes in, so let us fire up the next one.